What's up? It's been a while. It's your boy Hellraider here. I'm bringing you some World War II gameplay. Now I know, Black Ops 4 just came out, but I've been holding on to some gameplays for a really long time because I haven't felt motivated to do YouTube or anything like that. But I might as well show you my best gameplay for World War II because you'll probably never see more World War II on this channel again. I'm playing on Shipment, Domination, Lewis, the hardcore, sweaty, try-hard loadout, and this video is going to be my year in review of World War II Call of Duty. World War II was an ambitious game. It wanted to go back to basics. It wanted to go to boots on the ground. First game to go boots on the ground in about 3-4 years, actually, which is a nice change of pace, of course. But for some reason, it's under the title of Sledgehammer, which was the first company to go to Advanced Warfare and boots off the ground, and they were the first company to go back. Now, this is their first crack at a boots on the ground title. Generally, I enjoy the game. I shouldn't say that. I enjoyed the game at the end of its life cycle, not at the beginning. It was definitely gritty. It was hardcore. It definitely looked the part. But there were a lot of issues in the beginning. There was a lot of things that I think this game suffered from that even Black Ops 4 suffers from still at this point right now. One being the lack of creative class setups. There's at the beginning of this game, you could only have a weapon, 2 attachments tops, maybe 1 attachment, depending if you had to use a sight or not, and then 1 grenade, 1 perk. Luckily, after 6 months down the road, they finally pushed a patch in to improve the multiplayer. So now you can have a standard of 3 attachments. That's a sight and 2 actual attachments, depending if you need the sight or not. If you use the infantry class, you obviously got more attachments, which is nice. They reworked a bunch of the divisions, which divisions were alright, but I more wish they were passives instead of aggressive perks. Like, infantry was cool, and because you got extra attachments and you got to basically get stalker and some other stuff like that. Yeah, it's nice, but I don't really want to have to rely on using infantry all the time just to get a couple perks. I'd rather just have straight out normal perk system, which is the 3 perks, tier 3, tier 2, tier 1. But alas, we can't always get what we want. Anyways, the cool thing about this game, or the things I think they did right, the maps were pretty decent. Spawn trapping wasn't a huge issue unless you play a game like Shipment, where you can get spawn trapped and maliciously murdered, kind of like what I'm doing to these kids here. But DLCs were cool, zombies is alright. The supply drop system was actually pretty excellent in this game. It was fantastic. I think this is the best version of the supply drop system they had in all 4 Call of Duties where it was introduced. Advanced Warfare had the first one, and Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, etc., etc. This one was great. You had collection system. You could easily earn everything in-game without spending a dime. Granted, you had to be playing a lot, but you could earn everything in-game. I literally earned every DLC weapon for free with either armory credits or randomly unlocking. I never had to actually fucking buy supply drops to get things, which was really excellent, really cool. I thought that was a really good choice they made in a shitty game. With that said, in the supply drop system, obviously the aesthetics, like the helmets and what the hell are they called, the suits, uniforms, there we go, uniforms and camos, weren't super crazy different or weird or anything like that. But eventually down the line, they loosened up. They made it a little bit more fun, a little bit more crazy. We had some, they had a ton of events, which I thought was really cool. I hope they continue that in the future. Obviously, the Halloween event, the Zombies event, the St. Patty's Day event. I don't know if they had a Valentine's Day, but they had a Christmas one. A bunch of winter theme maps for that. Little special game modes, a bunch of crazy stuff. It was really fun. I really liked the Horde Point when that was around. I thought that was a really good take on Hardpoint and zombies being in it. Tactical gun, a little overpowered at first, but we got used to it. It was fine. The other thing the supply drops were really cool about was the amount of weapons they added to the game. Originally, it was 5-6 weapons per category, which was kind of dull, especially for the first 2-3 months. But at least every month and a half after that initial launch window, they pushed out 2 or 3 weapons, and it wasn't a bullshit amount of weapons. It was actual decent rounds of weapons. It wasn't just oh, here's a pistol and 2 melee weapons. No, they actually gave us meaty things a blunderbuss, what, 6 assault rifles, like 2 LMGs, 3 snipers, a bunch of things they eventually allowed into the game. I think a couple pistols at one point. Some of those things were free in free updates, like getting the regular divisions, obviously, as they added them on. They saw from the divisions they added more unique gameplay, more different gameplay, more class setups, a lot more variation than what we had at the start. Granted, I wish some of those divisions were in at the start to vary it up in the first place, but, you know, we can't all get what we want, right? With that said, at the closure of World War II and the precipice of Black Ops 4, at the end of it, I definitely didn't spend a lot of time in this Call of Duty. I didn't go 10th Prestige. I didn't do anything crazy like that. I think after I got my squad together and I got my boys, Angel and Aubrey playing and doing Shipment and John, we were really grinding a little bit. I got a couple prestiges in there. I got a couple weapons gold. Nothing crazy.
There's a lot of people there.
It was an alright experience after everything was said and done. Would I ever go back and play it in my spare time? Probably not. Never. No. This was definitely not one of my favorite. Wasn't my least favorite, but definitely not one of my favorite. They still had a bunch of weapon balancing issues. They still had a bunch of weapon inconsistencies from like match to match, game to game. Weapons still felt weird. It didn't feel the same. Even though it's the same weapon, same attachments, it didn't act appropriately. It didn't work appropriately. Sometimes, Lewis be smacking kids. 2-shot, 3-shot, done. Other times, it just seems like my bullets are whizzing past them. Marshmallows, curving. No crazy stuff. They never appropriately addressed shotguns, which also made me kind of angry. The combat or the blunderbuss was the only way to go, but the combat obviously outshot the blunderbuss unless the blunderbuss got the first hit in. But they never addressed like the sawed-off. They never addressed the Luftwaffe. They never sped up the reload times to make them, you know, viable, worth it, compatible, fun to play. You know, like World War II. The double barrel was freaking strong as hell, and you could make it stronger with stopping power, or you could put sleight of hand and get that thing to reload like a monster and still do damage at normal shotgun ranges. Not this game. Granted, weapon balancing, patching, it's what the developers think they want or think they should see. I really think they should stop nerfing things and start buffing things across the board. With that said, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it at the end. Maybe not the beginning, but at least it got fun for me at the end. It was a very, very rough start. It was almost like Ghosts. I almost put like only 20 levels in and almost threw it away. I was very disappointed on my expenditure. But with time, it grew on me. I accepted it. And it became a slightly enjoyable experience. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this gameplay. I'm going to try to pop up some videos and not be so crazy inactive. But hopefully you guys can see that I'm trying to push out content, trying to be active, trying to do some stuff. I have a F-ton of Black Ops 4 content right now. It's just in the bank. I gotta divide it up. I got clips. I got bad games. I got weird inconsistencies we need to talk about. I'll honestly start doing a multiplayer review of that probably sometime this week. Be on the lookout for it. I'm also going to upload an Infinite Warfare video and a Black Ops 3 video. And I hope you guys enjoy those. It's some crazy gameplays, crazy clips. I hope you enjoy the rest of this gameplay. As for now, please talk to me. I don't really know. Tell me what you like about Black Ops 4. Tell me what you hope was going to be added to Black Ops 4 or something. Anyway, for now, this is your boy Hellraider, signing off. I am just putting in work out here. I ain't doing shit for anybody else. I'm 87-14, bro. Care package on the way. Drop zone. Taking Baker. Baker's overrun. Oh no! Why? Over there. Yo, this smoke is really fucking with me right now. Jesus. Enemy recon aircraft observed. Enemy contact. Enemy strafing run inbound. Enemy recon aircraft observed. He's on bomb mission underway. Oh, don't kill me, sir. Securing Charlie. They're taking Able. Yo, you should not really honestly be able to get me with the fucking bad spawn now. Oh man, we gonna lose this though.
Capturing Charlie. Enemy capturing A. Duncan and Charlie. Recon aircraft ready for mission. Enemy mortar fire incoming. Fall back. Recon flight concluded. Recon bomb ready. Care package on the
Oh
way.
god.
Protect the drop zone. Bomb incoming. Get to cover. They're capturing Charlie.
Get away from me! Oh my god, I lived through that.
Dropping A's on bomb.
Die.
Fighter aircraft ready. Call for a strafing run.
I'm so afraid right now, bro. I can't see nothing.
Closing with Charlie. Enemy is down! Shit, he's down! Recon flight concluded. Recon aircraft standing by. Securing Baker.
Yo! He took too many hits from me!
Recon searching for targets. They're capturing Able. They're taking Able. Recon aircraft ready.
Oh, we're gonna lose.
They're capturing Able. Cross it. We hold Baker. Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover.
Oh, get away from me! Angel!
Recon searching for targets. Recon flight concluded. Enemy contacted.
Oh shit.
Enemy recon aircraft observed. They're taking Baker. Baker's lost.
There's a guy with the roof.
Capturing Baker.
Oh,
Artillery
man.
ready for orders. Awaiting coordinates.
Put that down there. Let's put this down here.
ASON bomb mission underway.
So you're not grabbing this. Sorry.
Recon flight concluded.
Dude. Blitzkrieg.
They're capturing.
Not even fair.
Recon aircraft standing by.
I should have played the game like 14 times right now. Oh, get shot!
Capturing Baker. Recon aircraft. Closing with Baker. They're capturing.
Yo! Yo!
Good job.
Yo! Oh, man. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. Oh, lost connection to host, though? What? What is that? Oh, I don't even give a shit. We're saving that.